lovely Christmas day. I'm going to turn the camera down just a little bit. There we go. I know I did. I had a very nice Christmas. Hope everyone else here did as well. And so I haven't really decided on anything to make for sure. I did make these pretty earrings yesterday on our members live from a little bag that I found of goodies that were obviously from Bargain Bead Box. Let's get that to focus on the earring. There we go. So we made those yesterday on our, like I say, on our members live. So we had fun with that. A few people came and visited with me. We didn't have a lot, but it was Christmas Day, so I wasn't expecting a whole bunch of people. So we're going to give this a little time and then we'll decide what we're going to do. Hi, Cynthia. I haven't, again, as usual, I don't have a real plan for today, but I am going to make us something. I just haven't decided what. I may make, oh, excuse me, early morning. I have this little dragon here that I've been debating if I want to make him something for myself. And I was thinking of making a purse charm, but I'm not sure if I will or not. We'll see. Anyway, I'll wait for a little while, see if anybody else comes on. I don't know if any of our European friends are on yet. They'll have Boxing Day today. So, which is a holiday I am familiar with, but I don't really know that much about it. So, I know it exists. I have friends in England, so I know that they celebrate Boxing Day the day after Christmas, but I'm not real familiar with it. I'm thinking I'm gonna want to play. Hi, Sid. Maybe with some stuff out of this huge order I got the other day. Can't remember what all we got. We have some snowflakes and some birds and some lots of spacers. Hey, Leslie. Good to see you here. So, I know some people will have the day off today. Other people will have had to go back to work. Always sad to have to go back to work. But, so I have some things that have been sitting on my desk for a long time that I keep saying I need to make something with. And so maybe, just maybe, we will do so today. So let's turn down and we'll see what we can figure out to do. Good morning, Kimberly. I don't believe I've seen your name on before. Are we a new visitor to us? So I have these 3 abalone pendants. They're sort of spendy, $4.99 a piece. But I think they're pretty. And they're pretty lightweight. So I got 3 of them. And this one is a little bit different. It seems to be lighter to me than the other 2 are. So I'm thinking I will make... There it is. I was thinking I would make earrings from these 2. They aren't perfect matches, but then they're abalone shell, so what can you expect? I think this little bail might be welded on, but I'm going to cut it off anyway, I think. Because I do want to use 2 of them for earrings, and I don't need the bail for earrings unless I do something a little different. Hey, Deb. Yeah, it is called lurking, Kimberly. It is called lurking when you just when you come but you don't post anything. So good of you to post this morning. Good to see you. I'm gonna cut this where the weld's at right here. And that wasn't hard to cut at all. I think it cut. Yeah, it did. So not the best weld in the world, since I could cut it open really easily. Actually, I'm not even sure there is a weld there, because I can see what looks to be a little opening. So those are off. And if this opens that easily, I'm thinking this one that I'm going to use for a necklace is going to come off as well. Yeah, see, that weld broke really easily. So, oops, there goes my pliers. Gonna have to get those back. So I've got to figure out what kind of beads I want to use with these guys. And we're going to make a pretty simple little bead strand up the top here. Let's see if I like these quatrefoils with them. Excuse me. Now I'm trying to decide what I want to go with these because these are very pretty, but they have a variety of color in them because of, their abalone shell. And hey, Linda. So thinking we'll have maybe just 2 of the little quatrefoils with something in between. One of the things I got was what my usual, that my husband usually gets me, and I'm glad he did again, was my holiday Barbie. So we're going to have to make her new jewelry one of these days. So I have made Barbie jewelry a lot lately, so I'm not sure we're going to do that on air or if I'm just going to do it because I feel like it. I think that'll work. So I need to just open up this side here, put our abalone on. So since I dropped my one plier, I'm going to have to get that back up here pretty soon. So anyway, I hope everybody had a lovely Christmas or holiday if you don't celebrate Christmas, but one of the other holidays at this time, like Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. I got to speak to my mom a little bit yesterday. For those who don't know, she's 95, broke her hip recently, and they had to put her in a care facility, which they always swore they'd try not to do, but unfortunately, taking care of her was a bit more than they could handle. And she seems to be really doing pretty good at the care facility, so that's good. These are probably going to go on me since these pendants were so expensive. These earrings would cost a bit if I'm selling them. Now I'm at that point where I have to be careful because I don't want to break my crystal I have here. Okay, this is tipped just a touch, so we're going to straighten it some. We gotta get a little jump ring and put the ear wire on this baby. It's going to be pretty. Oh my, all of a sudden we had folks show up. Who? Hey, Deborah. Oh my, Deborah Durrett and Deborah Egan both showed up. And Carolyn. These little quatrefoils, I believe I got at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, because it's Color Gallery. So I got those at Hobby Lobby. They were $5.49 for a double strand of them. Ta-da. And if you're talking about the abalone, those came from Bargain Bead Box. I got those quite some time ago, and I've been saying I was going to make something with them, and I hadn't done so. And when I was looking yesterday, I made earrings for our members live, and I had a piece of chain sitting here on my desk, 2 pieces of chain actually, for probably a good 3 or 4 weeks. And they've been sitting here forever. And I decided to use it yesterday for my earrings I was working on. But when I went to get the wire, and I knew both pieces were there because I had looked at them earlier to see if I thought they'd work for my project. And when I went to use them, only one piece was there. And I was like, really? Of all the crap. But anyway, so when I was looking for the other piece of chain, I pulled these out and went, oh, I forgot I had these sitting here. I guess I'm going to have to use them. Now, they were pretty spendy, more than I usually pay for things from Bargain Bead Box, but they really are very pretty. So they were $4.99 a piece. There's their number, just in case they still have some and you want to see about getting some. And what it was one of the quatrefoils I just dropped. I put the bead in towards the ground, obviously, the edge of my desk. So I think we're going to have to, so we don't lose any more of them. Though I am thinking of putting them on the necklace, but I don't know if I'm going to make the necklace, so who knows. So let's get that knotted right now, so we don't lose any more. There they go. That should keep them on. Yep. So now I got to get some ear wires and some teeny tiny jump rings. Now we have only one more week of this schedule. Hey, Dorothy. Hey, Anita. Good to see you. And then, like I say, we have one more week of the schedule, the morning schedule like this. And then Randy's supposed to be back the week after next. So on the 5th. So she should be back. And we'll go back to our regular schedule after that. So I'll put this guy on here. Come on, baby. Go on. Now these pendants do have a front and back, so if you're making earrings like I am here, you got to be careful. You get your ear wire going, so it has the front going. There we go. Now, used some of my excess stuff that's been sitting around. Hey, Dorothy. Now, it says welcome to the rosettes, but I think you've been one of my rosettes for a while because you've got a full-blown red rose there, and that doesn't happen till after 6 months, so I assume you just did a renewal. Good to see you on. For those of you who don't know, I do have a members. We do have a members group. It's $4.99 a month. You get a live that's just for members every Thursday. And yes, we did do one yesterday, even though I didn't do a regular morning live because it was Christmas. And my daughter gets home from work at 8 o'clock. And she did work the night before, so we were opening gifts. I'm going to put this baby back in here because I don't really feel like working on the pendant yet. I have to decide what I want to do with the pendant because it's... why is this not opening it? There we go. Anyway, as I was saying, she works graveyard shift at the hospital and got home at that time. So she usually does, but it was Christmas and we were going to open presents when she got home. So there we go. Oh no. Hey, Mary. Now, Mary, do they celebrate Boxing Day in the Netherlands? I don't know if they do or not. But I know that in England and thereabouts, they're celebrating Boxing Day today. So anyway, on the members live yesterday, we made some earrings. Let's see if I can get one of them down here. That were a little bit more intricate. That's the little guy that we made. And we made this with the bare bronze wire that I got from Heather. And then while I was looking for my my antique bronze ear wires, which incidentally I didn't find, which weirds me out because I had them the day before, I found this little bundle from Beadbox Bargains, and I was like, huh, when did I get this little guy? It was probably one of those buy so many dollars worth of things and you get the free bundle like they had at Halloween. This one might have been Thanksgiving, I'm not sure. Not sure when it came. I just found it and was like, oh, let's use that. And I used the beads in here for our little beaded wire down here, and these little white pendant pieces were in there too. So we they were a packet of 2, so we made these pretty earrings yesterday on the members live. So Oh, hello, Gloria. I didn't notice you come in, hon. So anyway, we made those on the members live yesterday, and as I say, we do. I do have the members live for $4.99 a month, and I have a special live for the members every Thursday afternoon, and sometime. And if I do a recorded video, they get it as soon as I finish editing and uploading it, rather than whenever I schedule it for. So, oh dear. Well, thank you, Gloria. Appreciate that. So anyway, I found this little kit, and that's what I made the earrings from the members live yesterday with. So that was sort of fun. And and I've also found some more sea glass, so I may have to make that sea glass sun catcher I've been saying I was going to make. Oh, there's a pretty red one in there, because I have some blues and greens and some brown over here that I've been keeping out, because I was going to make a sun catcher or wind chime, or whatever you want to call it, as the case may be, with sea glass and just chain and sea glass. And what I plan on doing is just putting all these little pieces on rings and then hanging them from chain off of one of my sun catcher holders. Okay, you don't celebrate Boxing Day much there. Okay, we don't here either, but I do know that that Great Britain and their countries do celebrate it. So anyway, we have all these beautiful pieces of sea glass, but from out of here, I probably don't want the smaller pieces unless I just add them to some of the bigger pieces. But what I want to do is, let's go ahead and get some of these out, though, because we'll have some of these big red pieces in my, these are really looking dusty and dirty, but come on, you guys. Look, I have two of these pieces that are little go-go donuts. Maybe should make some earrings out of some of this stuff. Could. Mm-hmm. Could even make a really simple necklace with these daggers. I had just thought to myself, we need some of these little those little tiny beads as black ones, and I just saw there's probably about half a dozen of them. So let's pull some of these things out. Let's create something with these daggers. I don't think I want to use these guys. These look like gray pebbles. You're not going to do a live today, Dorothy? Oh, you're adding some new stuff into your Etsy shop, Gloria? I need to do that, but I'm so lazy when it comes to that. I just really don't like doing so. but I need to, but you know how that goes. So what I think I'm gonna make just a really simple. These are gonna go for earrings. And I probably don't need this many beads out here, but I'm thinking we'll see if we can find some similar lengths. You're going to be putting your grandson's drum set together, huh? Well, I hope you don't end up feeling sorry for getting that. That's true. Oh yeah, it would be a year because I'd started my membership in last December, and so that's what the big red rose is. The one pink rose is, I think, is the bigger pink rose, I think, is 6 months. So anyway, we're gonna make a really simple little dagger necklace, I think. We're gonna start it with the red here. And I think do we want silver to go with this? I think we do. And we need some red wire. I have some, yep, some beautiful garnet, which is about the same color as our red here. And then I'm going to put it onto chain because we don't have enough to go all the way around the back, I don't think. So we're going to just, this seems to be a found in the stash day to make things today. I'm going to put these red ones in with these blue things here. I like these guys, these rounded guys. I was thinking I'd put those on the bottom, though. If it's going to be a sun catcher, we do need to add some crystals to it, too. But I may find all the odds and ends things and start this one on Monday and get this sun catcher made on Monday with our sea glass. I think it'll be pretty if I just take and just put some chain down and then just every once in a while, wherever I feel like it, will jump ring these. I may have to make some round jump rings. If I do, then I do. And then just hook them into the chain. I think it'll be pretty just having the sea glass shining through. But yeah, pray for you. Yes, I will pray for you, Dorothy, because that's yeah. Kids are wonderful, but sometimes oh boy. So I'm thinking, I think I have an idea what I want to do here. Whoa, what'd the cats knock over?
Your tray.
Ah, Kletz's. We've got two different sizes of red in here, and then the little reds are the same size as the black. I think I'm just going to take the little ones out and not use those. Actually, the little black ones are even smaller than the red ones, I guess. Maybe these little black and red ones with the go-go things there. Though these look really dusty, but that's all right. Now let's see if this pattern I'm thinking will work the way I want it to. And if I have enough beads. Nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Now put our first little spear on. I don't usually use this shape of bead too much. I'm not overly fond of it, but sometimes it makes it interesting. Peace. As long as he keeps a beat, that's true. As long as it's a decent beat, not just. Come on, go through the hole. That's good. That's good. Got into the rhythm after a bit. That's good. I got notice that I was supposed to be getting a package from Beadbox Bargains today. which we'll see if it actually shows up. Oops, that's the wrong. And the only thing I know of that's still missing is companion bundle and some other spots in the things that I got with it. But we'll see. Okie dokie. Now this is something I don't think we want to be long. So where are these are some really pretty closed rings. I think I'm just going to hook them to this to start with. And then we will, oops, don't fall over, Belle. You loving this red? Thank you. I'm gonna I don't want this to be very long, so we're just gonna hook this to these rings, and I'm gonna find some chain to go up the back. Oh, that's way more crimps than we need there, isn't it? So I use the magical crimpers. We put our crimp right in the divot and then squish. Turn it and squish again. And then just keep squishing till you have it. It's not going down anymore. Let's see if it's good and tight. It is. So now we'll see if these will all slide onto the extra wire here. Looks like that's not a problem. So we had ham for dinner yesterday. So one of our favorite things to do for our day after Christmas is to make a pot of white beans and ham, which is really good. And we all love it. So that's what I'll be cooking up today. Does anybody else have any special things they do for the after Christmas meals? Come on, in you go. Right here. Come out right here. Oops, had an extra crimp out. So now I'm going to crimp this baby here. And we can give that more room than that because there's more over here. I was thinking it was smaller than that, but it's not. So we're going to pull a little bit more of the line back this direction. That's about perfect, it looks like. I'm pretty sure. Yep. So now we'll get this, pull our crimp bead up, or tube up just a little bit, because you got to get a little space between your beads and your crimping pliers so that they'll fit in there, all right? Crimp. I'm going to turn it and crimp again. Oops, I caught the edge of my spacer there, it feels like. So now we'll trim this excess off. And then we're going to have to find some chain to put up the back. Now, if I wanted to, I could actually put some leather on the back if I wanted to. I don't think we will, though. So, another thing you can do by putting this ring here is I could have added a second layer to this necklace and hooked it to the rings so that they wouldn't fight for space, because they'd just be here. And if I wanted to do that, I could just use the red beads to go through here. Actually, let's see what that would look like. Let's get our beading wire back out. We can just do a strand. I'm not sure if we'll have enough but we'll see. I have an idea. Since we've got all these little red ones as well, back out of the tray so you're not in my, so I can see what I'm doing here. Don't want the black because we haven't used any other black. We'll leave the black for with the donuts. And what I'm thinking is we can go small. And do this interior pattern right here, but have a small one in between them. like this. So like this as it goes along. And maybe put 2 small ones. Well, let's see. Well, we'll see if we have enough. We did not have a white Christmas this year. We usually do, but we didn't this year. We had a whole bunch of snow earlier in the month, but then we had a ton of rain that melted it back off. So no white Christmas. But thank you, ladies. I'm glad you like the red and silver together. It does look pretty, doesn't it? Come on, little guy. I'm not sure we can get another rotation in there. We'll see. If we can't, we'll take it back off. Nope, too close. See how it's going to hit there? Though actually, maybe I like it that close. Let's see the difference in lengths. It needs to be just a little bit shorter for the top ones so they don't come down and bang into each other too much. So that is 7 inches bracelet length. And this one is just shy of 7 inches. So maybe that'll work just fine. Let's get one side crimped on, see what it looks like. You're dreaming of a white Christmas. We're getting a blizzard tonight, Gloria says. Oh my. So we're going to crimp one side of this onto our beads here, and then we'll see what it looks like. I know we're not going to need these. We may need less than what we've got here. So there's the one crimp tube extra ahead. So we'll get that on. Okay. Now this is going to be a little closer than I normally like a 2-strand to be, but at the same time, I think it looks good with it really close like that. So I think we're going to leave it like that. Get another crimp tube out. Though I will probably pull the crimp up and then check it again before I actually crimp it to make sure that it's not going to get overly much here. Nope, I got 2 out again. So by that, I mean I'm going to pull it up into here, and I'm going to put it through like I would be crimping it. We'll pull it up to where it would be, and then I'm going to hold it up. Oh, that's great. That's great. I like that. See how it hits just like so? It's up just a little bit from it, so it's going to be perfect. So I'm going to pull this back just a little bit because it is a little tighter. And then we'll get this crimped since we already have it in place. Crimp it. Cut the extra wire. And now we got our little 2-strand necklace here, just like so. Come here, you go this way. Come on, pull up. And now we just have to find a chain to put on it. I think it looks good. Thank you. You got 10 inches of snow on Christmas Eve and you woke up to 1 degree and wind today. Oh my, Cynthia. Are you the other one that's in Maine? I know Dawn was saying about something about getting a whole bunch of snow, and I know she's in Portland, Maine. Dawn Broska. So anyway, we need to find some silver chain to put up the back of this now. And I do have various pretty silver chains that we can use. But I'm not going to make it very long. I want it to be about 17, 18 inches at the most. So let's see how much chain we're going to need here, because we're going to go from here to here. So that is not even quite 8, 7.5. So we need about 10 inches of chain. So 5 inches on either side. Thank you, Carolyn. I'm glad you think it's pretty. And now I need to decide on the chain we're going to use. I have this chain from Beadalon. Oh, I think it's a little bit thinner than I want, though. We want something not really thin, but not overly. I need to put my little tiny beads away. I have my little bins here that I have for my little crystals that I was using for various snowflakes. So, but I don't want them to stay there. No, I don't think so. It's a really pretty chain, and I really love it, but I'm not sure that's what I want. I want too chunky, too tiny. Way too tiny. Oh, okay. Dawn's post here on your inside towards the mountains. Gotcha. Oh, looky there. There's that little clutterfoot I dropped. Come here. You will work. I think you will work perfect. Not too thin, not too chunky. Yeah. So now we need 2 5-inch pieces. Now, where did I just, there it is. I was going to say, where did I put my awl? It was right here. Slide the chain down. No, not slide the chain off. Roll it, pull it down so you're keeping it even as you go down. And we cut right here. Now we'll recheck it, make sure it stayed about the same length. And we're good. So put the chain and the wire away here. Now we need to get a couple of jump rings. To hook our chains on each side. Stop that. And knocking things around here. So get a couple of the mediums, large. That's for my lobster claw. I tend to like to use a lobster claw because it's easier to put an extender on. If say you're selling this and somebody says, well, it's really pretty, but I want it a little longer. Well, then you can put an extender on if you have a lobster claw. Just about any other kind of clasp isn't going to work real well for an extender. So in you go. I used to use a lot of toggle clasps, but I'd find that if they would release themselves if they weren't didn't have enough weight behind them, which was quite upsetting. Though I do use if I am going to use a toggle clasp, actually I have one right here. I like the one with this bow in it because it curves around the edges and keeps it from sliding out as easily. So something to think about if you're using toggle clasps. I used toggle clasps for female parts for necklaces the other day, and they turn out so pretty if you have a nice decorative toggle clasp that you can do that with. So now we have our chain on our necklace, and we'll put the big one on one side, and I'll need to get a lobster claw to put on the other side, and this necklace will be done. Now I will show you why I always test my lobster claws before I use them. I've got one right here that I got out the other day to use for something, and it's locked open. And I can push it closed, but then when I pull it up again, it relocks in place. It relocks open. And it's not something you want to use, because if that should happen and you sell it to somebody and they don't realize that they have to push it up to lock it in place, they can lose their necklace because it's just a hook now. So always check your lobster claws to make sure they're working all right before you put it on. Are you going to silly one? Are you needing attention today? My husband is home from work again, so the cats are pestering him. They always want attention from him. See, this one works just fine. So we'll get this other jump ring. So now, since I put a lobster claw on this, were to want it to be a little longer, you could easily just put an extender chain right here on this side for our lobster claw. So there's our necklace all done. So we finished the necklace, sea glass necklace, and the abalone earrings today. I haven't seen Heather this morning. Has anybody seen? No, I haven't seen her. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Mary. I'm glad you like it. I think it turned out pretty nice. I haven't seen Heather on this morning, so I'm not sure when she plans on coming open up, but Dorothy isn't, so there's that. And I think it turned out pretty cute. Stay down there where you belong. Ring wants to flip. So there's the necklace. Here's the abalone earrings. And we have our donut here. Like I said, I haven't seen Heather, so I don't know. Hi, Cindy. How you doing? Did you enjoy that new grandbaby there at Christmas there? So we have our necklace right here. And our abalone earrings, which I don't have earrings on. I should just put them on. And we've got these two donuts from out of the sea glass packet still, as well as these remaining black and red beads. We also have those chunks, but oh yeah. And I decided I didn't really want to use these gray chunks. They're pretty big and chunky, so I might use those for something else some other time. But what I was thinking we could do is just make a really simple little drop earring and use let's see if it'll work. Let's get some daisy spacers out too. Now, I don't usually use beading wire when I make earrings. I usually use craft wire, but I'm thinking, well, let's see. Come here, you. I'm going to need at least one more bead there to do this. Come here, you. Let's take these out. Put this black one back in here. Your son from North Carolina is up there? Oh, that's nice. So it's nice to have family visit. I did manage to do a video call with with 4 of my 5 sisters. I was hoping my 5th would jump on, but she did not. So, um, but my mom, so that was nice. Okay, so let's see if this has got enough beads now to do what I want. Okay. Yep. I'm just going to cut some of this wire off. If I waste it, I waste it. It's not that much. Okay, I think I'm going to need a spacer right there. Mm. 1, 2, 3. So we don't have another one to put another one of these in. And 1, 2. And that's all those are 2. So that goes to the side. Let's see here. Come on, go down in there. Together. Come on, get together. Okay. My mom had to be put in a care facility because she had a stroke after her uh, hip replacement, and unfortunately, so though she seems to be liking it, we were the place, which is sort of surprising because she's always said she did not want to go into a care facility, but sometimes unfortunately you have to do what you have to do, and but she seems to be doing pretty good for 95 years old. So, and having had a stroke. So I'm going to put this here. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to end these because I don't, like I say, don't usually use beading wire, but I probably will just, come on, go up here and do a crimp. Push it down and go on. Right now I'm sort of playing with these because I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. You ever do that? Just play because you're not sure what you're doing. You just decide you need to do something. So we'll just play with it and see what comes up, kind of thing. That's what I'm doing. Sometimes those things work out really nicely, and other times you're going, oh, yuck. I think that needs to be torn apart. But I actually sort of like it. Now I need to decide how I'm going to finish it off, though. Come on, you guys. Down you go. Now I'm going to take one of these and go back through to make a loop here. Come on, come out over here. Right there's just fine. Where you at? There we go. I know you probably can't see what I'm doing because it's pretty intricate right where I'm. So I'm going to cut the extra strings off. And then we'll have to hook this to an ear wire. But it's not bad. I sort of like it. Need a couple more of these out to make the other one. This has got a little, oh, it's because of the beading wire. It's got a little bit too much still hanging there. Let's see if I can get some more off. It's better. So we'll get some more wire out, and we need 2 of these, but the rest of them can go up in with the gray. So we have small reds, 3 blacks, and 2 big reds. So we can put the rest of these little guys away. And make another one like this. many of y'all watch Late Night with Ginny and Becky on Friday night? We have, I don't know if that's enough or not, but we'll find out. Oops, not yet. Has to go through the donut. Now. Oops, almost forgot the other spacer here. Hey, Miranda. Bye, Dorothy. Well, for those of you who watched last Friday, they were doing giveaways, and I offered to either make a barrette kit for somebody or to make them a custom barrette if they didn't feel up to doing a kit. And so I did make the barrette. The lady that won decided she would like a custom one made for her younger daughter. So I've got that done. Have to mail it tomorrow. Look, it's 9:30, guys. When you go in the divot, right? Okay, now push it down and go. This one I'm going to try and get to cut off right here before the spacer, because in that way it will, come on, if when I cut it, if it doesn't cut really flush, it will at least be able to go in that spacer down below. Though it does want to pop up too much. I think we will go the way we did the other one. Come here, I need to get hold of the wire to pull it back out somewhat. Here we go. Didn't need to pull it out that much, though. Come on, you. Now you need to go back in. There it is. It's probably saying to me, what do you mean I have to go back in? You just pulled me back out. That's about the same. Now we got to trim these babies. Try and get this one good and tight against this. Mm-hmm. There we go. Now I need to get these on some ear wires and they will be done. We could say they match the necklace because of the red beads, but the necklace doesn't have any black, so who knows what we want to call it. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I did, let's see if I can get it easily. It's up in the drying rack because it has to dry. But this is the custom one I made for the lady who won the Barrette. So her daughter's favorite color is yellow, so I made the roses yellow, and then she really likes blue as well, so we made common blue butterflies. So it should be dry enough to mail pretty soon. Well, it's probably dry enough to mail right now, but because I made it yesterday morning. But anyway, we're going to get some ear wires onto these guys. Now, of course, I got their loops the different way, sort of. See if I can, oh, that's not bad. I can twist it up over there. So. Are you playing with the ham, honey?
Huh?
Are you?
No, I'm just sorting the beans.
Oh, okay. My husband's starting the white beans, and Lily's at his feet crying. She loves ham, so I thought he might have been dealing with the ham right now. Well, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Carolyn. I'm glad you guys like it. Now that one is a custom made one. I did speak with her quite a bit prior to finishing it. and putting it and deciding what pieces to use. So, so I do custom pieces if people want something special. So I think these may have to have a little double jump ring because the little loops are facing this direction instead of the other direction. Well, let's see how they look. Come here, you. We'll see if we need a double one or not. Yeah, maybe not. There's number one. There's our earrings. So we have earrings, 2 pair of earrings, and a necklace today. So as I said, there's no black beads in this, but even so, these earrings could go with it if you wanted to put them together because of the red. Hey, Dominique, we're just about ready to sign off, sweetie. We made this 2-stranded sea glass necklace as well as these sea glass earrings. And the first thing we made were these pretty abalone earrings. So let's turn up and I found the sea glass when I was looking for something else. I found a package of it that I'd forgotten I bought. So there's where what the necklace looks like. It's short. It's going to be right about here when it's worn. Not quite choker, but not quite 18. I think it's probably ended up being 17. So there's the necklace. Here are the last pair of earrings we just made with the sea glass and the donuts, the sea glass donuts. This one wants to turn a little sideways. We'll have to convince it doesn't want to do that, but that's all right. So there's those. And then the first pair of earrings we made were the abalone and crystal ones. So there we go. A nice productive Friday. Oh, hi, Dawn. I didn't see you come on either. So we had a nice productive day today. And like I said, most of these things we used today were pieces I found when I was looking for something else. So you just barely got here. I'm sorry, sweetie. Guess we're about to sign off. I haven't heard from Heather. I don't know if she's coming on today or not. Dorothy has said she is not coming on today. That's why I didn't worry about going over long there. And I'm hoping that everybody has a lovely rest of your day. And you can, of course, watch the replay. Like I said, I did, sorry, stretch right above you here, make this beautiful custom hair barrette for the lady who won the hair barrette from Ginny and Becky's late night. I think she said she was going to give this to her youngest daughter. So that's what we made for that. And I do custom work if people are interested in that. But thank you, Dominique. So something to think about. You have something similar to the butterfly. You can paint your butterflies any way you want, but I usually paint mine like monarchs. But she said she liked blue a lot, so I painted them like common blues. So yeah, there's the custom butterfly kit. It ended up not being a kit. She wanted she said she'd never worked with filigree and she would prefer to have a custom one. I gave the choice. And so we did make the custom one for her. So that is what I've had going on lately. I haven't decided what I'm going to record for tomorrow's video, but we are going to record something. And I think Monday we're going to start on the sea glass sun catcher, which I'm got all these bits and pieces of sea glass that we're going to use. So we're going to start that on Monday probably. So I'm going to see you guys all later. This has been Rose for In Rose's Garden. We have one more week of doing the morning coffee talk, and then Randy will be back on the 5th and take back over again. So we'll see you all later. Like I said, I do not know if Heather is coming on today. You might want to check. That's TT's Trinkets and Treasures, if she is coming on. So I know that her and her husband were planning on doing some organizing in her bead room. So I don't know if she's still doing that and not doing a video today or not. I haven't heard anything from her, so I can't say one way or the other. But I hope you guys all have a glorious rest of the day and weekend. And I hope everybody had a lovely Christmas. We'll see you all later and or holiday, like I say, dependent on which religion you are and which holiday you are celebrating today. But I hope everybody had a lovely one, and we'll see you all on Monday. Again, I will be doing morning coffee next week, so it will be 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time for us again next week. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.